Buckle up, Buttercup. Live from Gloucester, Massachusetts. Podcasting around the world. You're listening to the GloucesterCast podcast, a production of Joey Shimataro and Good Morning Gloucester Media. Kick back, relax, and enjoy the show with your host, Joey Shimataro, and his crew of merry castaways. No piping plovers will be intentionally harmed in the production of this podcast.
No. Phil, right now.
Good morning.
Phil.
Another Sunday morning,
Oh, yeah.
Another technical difficulty.
Mike,
It is our first, once again, it's our first podcast ever.
Right. You point and I'll whistle.
well, my regular laptop shit the bed, so I'm using a Mac from 2015 or something.
It's a pretty good laptop.
The
It
thing
is?
that's
You like
scary
this stuff?
is-
Yeah, it's a good laptop.
It's good. It's slow.
Yeah, and you got to get used to it. There's
The
a
thing
there's a
that's
learning
scary
curve
is-
with an Apple.
They see
Yeah,
us,
there
but we
is.
don't see them.
Yeah, but it's not my keystrokes that are off.
Oh,
It's just the loading factor and stuff. All right, let's see. Can
We
anybody
are
see
at
us?
Detour Park at the Welcome Center on the porch. Beautiful space, gorgeous day. Totally beautiful. Watching people come in and get ready for their beach day here, picnic day, or whatever they're going to do.
I feel like we should do the hello.
Hello.
and today we let Pat sit with us.
Yeah.
You don't have to have a special camera.
You know,
for Pat.
normally, like Pat, looks like she's a little disheveled this morning. Like she's normally, I think she's come
Yeah.
accustomed to
I
like
think
not
I
being
forgot
on
to
camera.
brush my hair.
Yeah, your hair is very disheveled.
No. I think it looks fine.
I am unshaven. I've come to a thing where I'm not shaving on the weekends, and I've now mentally when I look at myself in the mirror on like Saturday morning and Sunday morning, I'm like pleased with the scruff because it's like a reinforcement that I'm not working today.
Oh, okay.
It's a nice feeling.
I thought we were doing the Lango lookalike. Fantastic.
I haven't put a razor to my face. It's probably been 15 years since I've used a razor.
So
What?
I use like what you would shave your head bald with, like trimmers, like a head trimmer. Every morning I use a beard head trimmer on my face. So I don't use a razor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah,
Like,
so I'm never like clean shaven just because honestly I hate it. I hate using a razor.
That's interesting. I actually like it. I feel like it scrapes away the dead skin, and if I don't, I get blackheads.
Oh yeah, from ingrown. Yeah.
Hairs.
You use a loofah for that.
The black loofah, which is probably the one that is the most dirty of all the dirt of all the.
I bought my tickets yesterday for a Paul D'Angelo show.
Oh,
they're on.
I think they went on sale yesterday. So we were over at Timmy and Kathy's and they were talking about it. We already bought up like the whole back rail and everything. So it looks like the tickets are actually look like they're selling well already.
You could pick your seats.
So you can pick your seats. There's tables in the pit area down in the middle.
Yeah.
And then they have that, the railing that kind of goes around it. Actually on all three sides, you can buy their seats there too.
Oh, wow.
Other than that, it's going to be general admission, I think.
So as a performer, when you're in these venues, when the lights are streaming, when you're on stage and they're streaming, you can't see the audience. You don't know who's out there, right?
It depends on the show. So when we played there, Joe and I played there with Chelsea Berry in May, I was stunned because Timmy and Kathy were in a front seat. I could see Kathy a little because she was sitting closest to the stage. Anybody that was more than 3 feet from the stage, you couldn't see a single face. They have they have such a great lighting system there, lighting rig. But
so you're not going to get credit from Paul D'Angelo for being there because he's not going to see you.
well, that's why I bring it up here.
Okay. Did she hear me? So we got new mugs. Thirsty Seagull right there. Pat,
Oh.
where's yours?
Oh, I put it away. I'm sorry.
The great Mustachio. Jimmy So you can't really see it that well from here. Oh, you can almost see
It's a
it.
limited edition.
Look at that. Twinning.
The great mustachio.
The great mustachio. Yeah, that's fun. Last night was the block party, Pat. It was kudos once again. Tip of the cap to the Chamber of Commerce.
Yes.
Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce.
Greater Cape Ann Chamber of Commerce did an outstanding job organizing it.
Great job. And I will also want to do a shout out. I think it was Michelle Pepin.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the night, walking around, picking up trash, which I remember as a founding member of the block parties. That was like my least favorite part of it. But like,
they were on it.
And they did such a great job. Good job organizing it. The street looked fantastic, a great turnout.
Very smooth.
You know, all these community organizations, it's easy to take pot shots at them, whatever. But like you have to tip your hat and recognize the hard work that they're putting in. So, tip of the cap to them.
I like that they had. Well, we had kicked off the bus. That was right near us, and they were the first group to perform.
They have the full band?
Yep.
No, they were missing the keyboard singer, the
Okay.
girl.
Okay.
And
I don't know who the
just the
second
keyboard.
group was, but they were entertaining.
So
I like the second.
yeah, they were performing, and then the other performing group was like around the corner from Castaways, and really you couldn't hear it. It wasn't interfering, so I was really worried that it was going to overlap because Kicked Off the Bus can really play, but it was great. People were loving it. You can walk right through and walk down the whole thing and entertain. That has to do some planning. So kudos on that, for planning where to put the music and all the activities.
Yeah.
You're not all
Lots of families
jumping on each other.
You know what? That was so my point when I was reviewing what I was going to say was the thing that really stuck out to me was how many beautiful children were out with parents and grandparents. It's such a great family community event. It's it's not Fiesta, it's not Schooner Festival, it's not it doesn't need to be. But as far as being something you can do with your kids and be a part and see all the other, it's a place where people that love Gloucester turn out, support downtown.
Yeah.
We did great. Our sales were fantastic.
Yep, we thank everybody for stopping by.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Big Puffin Day?
Huge puppet day.
Actually, yes.
She did. I looked over.
He's squirming over there.
I looked over, and someone had a puffin coaster, and they were handing her money. I'm like, oh my God, the puffins! The puffins strike again.
All Pat said at the end of the night was, Joey killed it with hat sales.
Yeah.
The hats were flying off the
Oh,
table.
it was crazy. I literally have to spend a day replenishing.
Restocking.
That's how many hats we sold.
So Pat said, can you imagine if he put puffins on a hat? How many would have sold?
Yeah,
That's
right.
your idea.
Right.
I might have to do a special Pat
Might have to have a
Dalpiaz line.
joint. We may have to have a joint project.
A collab.
Collab. Yeah, big collab. So yeah, it's really great. So it was, the parents take pride. The kids are all dolled up. They look so cute and coming up to the table. We're handing all the kids stickers and Pat
Dancing to the music.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting their faces painted.
You gave away some puffin stickers.
I did. Yeah.
Jimmy. I don't think Pat wanted to give them out to the kids, but Jimmy overruled her, and he grabbed.
No, they were for the kids. They're sparkly, so yeah.
Chris Lagakanakopoulos and Joe Wilkins will be performing a special performance Wednesday, August 21st, 6 p.m. aboard the Thomas Lannon.
Yeah, we're doing a sunset cruise. We've done actually not the Lannon before. Played the Adventure. It's always fun. Obviously it's weather dependent, but you get out there on a beautiful night on the boats and cruise around in the harbor and listen to some tunes and have a couple drinks.
Tickets available online. I got mine.
The tickets just went on sale this week. I think it's about half sold. I think they only sell 47 tickets.
Yeah.
So I think that we're about probably halfway there. So
www.schooner.org. You can't forget that.
That's a good URL.
It's
got that early.
Yeah, schooner.org, and right from there you hit the ticketing and the date. So the date for that was August 21st.
It's Wednesday night.
Good night to go. And that'll be kicking off a raucous week of 10 days leading up to the Parade of Lights. Parade of Lights is August 31st, 10 days later, celebrating the 40th year of the Schooner Festival. Pat has a graphic, I believe.
Are you going to do the Parade of Lights?
We've been going back and forth on this, Kate and I. We've done it a bunch of times, and we absolutely love participating. We're going to do it so long as it's going to be a nice night. I'm not going to do it if it's going to be rainy.
Right.
You know what I mean? And generally you get beautiful weather for this. The camaraderie, I think I've said this a dozen times, so forgive me for repeating myself, but it just bears repeating. The camaraderie among the boaters that night, we all meet up in the beginning of Jones Creek, kind of like hang out there for like 45 minutes, an hour. Everybody, it may or may not be libating, and
Libating?
if that's is that a word?
No, I don't think so.
Libating.
That's a good one, though.
It should be
It
a
could
word.
be a word.
I might.
It should be a word.
I should lobby for that to
Too
be
bad
entered.
that's more than 5 letters.
Let's look into it. Look it up. Type that into your
Mm-hmm.
So we walked in on Joey libating.
libating. Yes. So that's the 31st. Some questions people always ask: where's the best place to look at it from land? I always say the in between mile marker and the Cut Bridge. I think is the best place because the boats that are lit up are really close when they're going by. I think it's an awesome spot to watch it. Also, you can watch it down Rocky Neck. We go into Rocky Neck. 51 Rocky Neck is a good place to watch it from.
So where do people meet for people that are thinking about it, trying it for the first time? Because the goal is to get some first timers out. So where do you meet?
Up in Jones Creek. Yep.
Jones Creek.
Yep.
And then they kind of shoot off a gun and say, let's go. And everyone starts parading.
I think, and also I put the graphic up this week on the blog. There's an infographic that Tobin Dominic puts together every year, and it really does have did I send that
I think
in?
we have it.
We should have it. It really gives the who, when, what, why, where.
I kept it because I figured we'd talk
Yeah,
about it again.
we'll
There
be.
it is. No, that's not the one with the info on it.
Yeah. Well, by next week, we have plenty of time, but by next week we'll have it.
Yeah.
But they Gloucester Boat Parade of Lights is the Facebook page, and it's it has everything you need to know. It's not.
Right.
You don't need to overthink it.
No.
You show up. You don't have to register. People always ask, do I have to register, or am I not going to be allowed to do it if I don't register? No, you don't have to register. You show up, and there's a certain channel, VHF channel, that we all monitor. I think it's channel 9, but I'm not positive. Again, defer to the infographic once we get it put up.
We got to brainstorm on this. I've never done it before, but I think we're going to do it this year. Maybe.
Well, you have a great boat to do it because you have that arch.
Yeah.
So you can really get creative with that arch with what you're doing.
Yep.
Stuff coming off of there or whatever. And Tobin, a couple of years ago, we had her on, and she gave us some really good ideas on like what to use for power. There's some. You have. Doesn't Jamie have a jackery?
Yeah, she has a jackery, so something like that should be fine. For LED lights, aren't going to draw much power. I think that.
That's right. Yep. The Olympics. Who's watching the Olympics? Anybody?
I've been I love watching the Olympics. They're always on. I am always watching them if I'm out and they're on the screen. I don't sit down and say today I've got to watch soccer or whatever. But I've been watching a lot of it.
The only thing that I actually did circle and made time for when I could was the women's soccer, U.S. women's soccer, and they won the gold yesterday.
Which, remember when they chose the women's soccer team, they were getting a lot of criticism. They felt like they were leaving people out. They weren't going to do well.
Yeah.
Another gold medal for the women. Women are,
So
generally speaking, for the U.S., I don't know if you've seen any of these articles, that women are kicking ass. Like women are the ones meddling for the U.S.
Oh, really?
It's primarily
That's
women
awesome.
that are winning.
So the women's, it was in. I had a theory. It was kind of almost like a sports conspiracy theory that they kept. So they kept Alex Morgan was a really pretty girl, and she was like the face of U.S. women's national team. Her and Megan Rapinoe, and because they had put so much marketing effort into marketing Alex Morgan, I felt like they kept her on the team like a little longer than she probably should have been. And Megan Rapinoe was like aging out, and they kept her on the team. Now when you talk about that controversy about like who got left out, Megan Rapinoe kind of retired, but Alex Morgan being one that didn't make the team. And I thought, like, wow, these young girls, maybe they had it all along, but they didn't give the spot up from Alex Morgan.
Right.
And, because she was the head striker, the middle of the most important player is on the offense. But there's a defender, Germa. And this Germa woman is like, you don't normally for me personally, don't really recognize defenders unless they're really elite defenders.
Right.
And she made plays, her vision of the field and her she was where she needed to be way before she needed to be. React was so apparent.
The goalie made some
Nair,
unbelievable saves.
The game in the semifinal when it hit off her foot, I feel like she got credit for that, but it was like really a lucky save.
Well, hey,
but the one that she got with her hand in the final, was really something else. But God bless them all. I love women's soccer 1,000 times more than men's soccer. The women don't do the thing where they fake
flop,
where they flop like obnoxiously. They don't do it at all, and it's so great to see. It's so much more enjoyable for me to watch the women's game than the men's game. So there's that. Speaking of Olympics, so is there any Olympics that so I haven't watched anything, but the ones that I have watched, like the 400 relay, those are some real. I wish I was retired and I could watch more, because those are some really exciting. Those races, super exciting. Super exciting.
To me, track and field is, I was a track runner, but track and field to me is the Olympics. Like, I mean, I love all the other stuff, but Summer Olympics, I get really excited for watching track and field.
Yep.
Were you saying that? Was that to lead us into what probably should not be an Olympic sport?
Yes, that's exactly.
So as far as the segue goes, we do have a graphic. Kate,
So when I was in 4th grade, I probably would have thought I was going to be in the Olympics for breakdancing if I knew breakdancing was going to be in the Olympics.
I thought I saw a kid last night try and do that in the road, and I didn't realize at the time that kid's going to be in the Olympics.
Yes.
I didn't realize.
So this is the woman that we just watched. Her name is Rachel Gunn. She has a PhD in cultural movement and convinced Australia to pay for her trip to the Paris Olympics. She participated in breakdancing and got 0 points breakdancing.
Well, that's kind of a relief. Watching that, 'cause I was like, wait, is this really what it is?
So
Yeah, right.
Oh, there she is.
Here comes Donna.
There's Donna. Timely
Right on
Donna,
time.
The new Scotty.
She said she'd be here at 9:15. It's 9:21. She's driving around in circles looking for parking.
Did she get a? Did we ask her to get the donut, the bagels?
I didn't.
Did you?
No, I didn't.
So, hands up, failure from Joey. For 2 weeks, I've been saying I want to get Salty's Bagels, who operates out of 23 East Main Street, where the old
Sunday morning.
Mooter's Liquors was, for the show this morning, and I totally dropped the ball on that. The pole. So Steve Conti, Drew Hale said to us, how have we not brought up the guy with a huge penis who lost the pole vault because his penis hit the pole and knocked it off? And Donna, have you checked out the pole vaulter with the big package?
First word I hear when I arrive is penis. I mean, what would be more appropriate for the Gloucester? Good morning. I'm a little.
Did you have a tough night?
Well, so I didn't have a tough night. I actually had my 40th high school reunion last night.
Oh, that's right. You said you were dieting for that.
I didn't actually. That was a joke. That was a joke. I wasn't dieting. We're over that.
Okay.
It was a great time. No, but I was up at like 7:45 and I was playing with the dog and whatever, and I fell back asleep.
That happens.
And then I had to get something together for a friend who was picking it up at my house. So so here I am. And then the bridge was up.
The bridge.
Well,
The bridge is if you live over this side or if you have to get over this side, it's always the most convenient.
Yeah.
Believable.
If you live over here, right, you can just fucking show up whenever you want to anything because you just throw out the bridge was up.
Yeah.
Bridge was up.
It's
But the bridge was
believable.
legit
It's,
up. A lot of people heading out today, as they should.
As they should, yeah. It's a gorgeous day.
So carry on. Don't let me.
You can show up to anything.
So you were talking about the pole vaulter.
No, the guy with the big
package.
The huge penis. So the guy.
Package.
So
Just call it a package.
so no one would have talked about this guy. So if he would have made a successful jump, he would have won the bronze, and no one would have talked about his jump.
Right.
But because his fucking huge package was the thing that knocked the bar off, now he's a household name.
But you should have said it a little bit different. The positioning of the Johnson could have been handled better.
Absolutely. And there's that the women out there know about sort of that bra tape. You know how you can, we don't have to go there, but you can, instead of a bra, there's just
Spanx.
it's not
No,
Spanx.
it's like
It's
tape.
actual tape that you can-
No guy's putting tape on his penis that has to be removed.
Speak for yourself.
No, it's not really. It's skin friendly. So there's products, not like duct tape, my God, but there's products
Gorilla Glue.
out there that he could have made it smaller to increase his chances. So
Tuck it
I
up
don't feel
behind his
bad. I don't
butthole.
feel bad for
Yeah.
the guy. He was more interested in showing off his Johnson to the world.
I think he is gonna, as far as fame and fortune, him losing in this manner, it gets him way higher in the fame and fortune pantheon than if he had won the bronze and no one made mention of his huge package.
You can probably find him on OnlyFans now.
Yeah.
Well, they said that there's several Olympic athletes that used. There was one girl who was a runner, and the move that they do now is they fake like they pulled a hammy and the camera zooms in on them, and then they twerk they do a quick twerk. So this girl came under criticism, saying that she did that during the Olympics only to promote her OnlyFans.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if that's true or not, but it's an interesting. And you know what? I find that move is like the quick little twerk to not be overtly sexual or distasteful.
Well, there's a lot of
I find it
runners.
more
They have a
cute
lot
and
of
funny.
weird sort of movements that they use to stretch out that suddenly have become they're showing off their dancing or whatever. It's
Yeah, that's right. There's that girl that she does the back and forth and she smiles and stuff like that. God bless them.
yeah.
God bless them. There was a thing about volleyball. I read this thing about the volley. There was some newspaper. I don't know if it was the Washington Post or if it was the New York Times that was saying they were trying to make a thing about how men's volleyball suits are not revealing or sexy, and why does the women's ones have to be shaming the women for wearing sexy suits? And a bunch of the female volleyball players said, we like wearing these suits. So maybe not like a male writer projecting how I'm supposed to feel or what I'm supposed to wear. Why don't you they're actually they're trying to say that the women are setting the women's movement back by wearing sexy clothing, and women are saying, why don't you let me fucking decide how I want to use my own sexuality?
Well, but it's right, and that's the thing that it's turned into is sexuality. But
deep.
when I was in college, of course, a long time ago, the girls had the choice between wearing sort of the unis, like that are almost like the bathing suits when they're running, or they could wear shorts. Most of them chose to wear it because it's more of a performance thing. They're comfortable. Yep. There's less blowing around like cross country. You're not getting caught on anything. So it should be, people should have a choice, I guess, but whatever. Last thing on the pole vaulter though, did you see like a couple of days after they interviewed him and they said, how do you feel about, what happened out there? And his quote was, "It was a huge disappointment."
So Ralph DeGiorgio with a comment. Have you ever put any of the comments up on the screen, Pat?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So Ralph says, I'll put it up. Forget the medal. This guy is never going to have a date again. And I actually.
Never not going to have a date.
Oh, never not. Oh, so he used the double negative. Okay, I got you. Yeah. So okay, my bad. Yes, I agree with you. Yeah.
Self-promotion.
Self-promotion. So you're saying you think that this is planned? He could have tucked it in a little tighter.
You could have tucked it. There's products.
There's products. I'm just saying.
Maybe they're banned. Maybe you're not allowed to. I don't know. But
Gambler likes the pink tablecloth.
Pat D's photo.
Pat D is taking over the world.
Did you already talk about yesterday downtown? So I probably missed it.
The block party?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, we led with that.
We talked about that in the first 25 minutes of the show that you weren't here for.
10 minutes I was at the bridge.
There's that.
There's that. I'm just gonna sit here.
What is I don't understand this thing right here. What's in the box presented to the medal winners? I don't even know.
Were you sleeping?
Who
There was a whole discussion last night.
I was sleeping
around the
apparently.
fire.
Yeah.
So I was sleeping. Yeah. So you want to explain it to me?
So we were sitting around the bonfire last night watching some Olympics on TV, and somebody said, "What's in that box that the medal winners get?" And Chris McCarthy said, "It's a poster." And most of the rest of us went, "Oh my God, a poster? Are you kidding me? Can't be." But then we looked it up and it is. And so he wanted to make sure that we mentioned that he was right. I can't believe you don't remember this.
I can't believe Joey
Sounds
was
like
sleeping.
Joey might have had a rough night.
I know,
night.
right?
No, I was listen. I've
Right.
been working. I'm getting up at between 3 and 4 o'clock every day for work.
And
we had
start
two,
texting us.
too late. I had two.
Oh, look here. There's that photographic evidence
Yeah.
of Joey sleeping around the
Yes.
bonfire.
So this picture, right? I'm looking at my neck and my fucking jowls and my, and I'm looking at and I'm saying to myself, when I all throughout my 20s and early 30s, I was
Skinny.
I was scrawny, not skinny, ectomorph, like scrawny. Like I did everything in my power to put on weight. I drank a gallon of milk a day and lifted weights trying to put on mass. And I couldn't. No matter what I did, I could not put on mass. I mean, I was probably not lifting correctly.
50 is the magic number.
Oh my God, I don't have power to this. Where's my power? Jimmy, can you get the power quickly? It's in the bag. It's the white thing.
Have we talked about the weather? We've really lucked out on the weekends.
But wait 1 second. I just want to finish that thought.
Okay.
But so go back to that picture, Pat. So I've turned into from this scrawny guy to this
Over this side.
Joey, you turn.
to this fat.
You
like
you
I feel like
50.
Luca Brasi.
You turned 50.
Like doesn't that look like some big Italian mobster, old Italian? I feel like that's a guy from that I'm.
The lighting helps with that.
I feel like
very
I look like a
Godfather-ish.
You know
scene
what I
out of
noticed?
The Godfather.
I did get that
Don't forget
picture
the
texted to
cannolis.
me. You know what I noticed is
What's
your
that?
watch. Your watch is like glow, like it
Yeah.
was like your It's just
Huge fan of the Apple Watch Ultra, by the way. The
that's pretty big.
huge. Hey, well, why? Thank you.
There's tape for that.
You should see him full balls.
Nice job, Don. Very well played. Well played.
Yeah.
No, but
Still half asleep.
the Apple Watch Ultra,
Yeah.
it's like way brighter than the old Apple Watch, and the battery lasts like 3 days as opposed to
half a day.
half a day. So like I could be out on a boat, literally the glaring
like the
sun, and
nice
see everything.
face. The face is large, which is nice.
Yeah, no, it's a great tool. I was really I had a hard on to get a really nice, like, used Rolex,
Yeah.
or the watch that I'm obsessed with, Ralph DiGiorgio owns, and Mark Leibowitz owned. It's a Breitling Super Ocean. But I was like going back and forth, eventually when I retire, am I going to get that watch? Am I going to do this? Then I'm like, you know what? I use my Apple Watch. It's so much more functional than a nice fancy watch like those watch that are like they have one function, just the time. And this has like 1,000 functions. And I use this all the time. Like down the wharf, if someone bought lobsters, like I say, hey Siri, what is 7.4 times 8.75?
Yep.
And it's just and it reads it to me. And when my hands are all wet from handling lobsters, you can't really do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And
Well, it comes down to like a wearing occasion for it, right? Like when are you going to wear a fancy watch?
Yeah.
Like, it's nice for night out, especially, but I mean, you're not going to go out on the boat and wear a $5,000 watch necessarily. I mean, some people would.
Well, those are actually, the funny thing is, they're
they're
actually
nautical.
diver watches that are supposed to be for 300 meters, good to 300 meters down. But still, I would probably put that watch on and say, oh, I don't have the functionality of what I have now. Janet Foster Marshall says, where is Kate? Kate is enjoying the first day that she, in a million days, where she hasn't had like a ton of showings or real estate dealings. She's kicking ass. But
What a lucky
she
got today. That's
will there
awesome.
be a Kate sighting today?
There will be a Kate is planning to be on the boat today. She gave me her order for her sub that I will be picking up at Market Basket, and she called it in, which is very helpful because the line at Market Basket on a weekend around 10:30, 11 o'clock is bananas.
Yeah.
So
I would imagine any sub place.
do they have has anybody had any experience with calling in a sub at Market Basket?
No, I didn't even know you could do it.
No.
Well, if it's not called in and there's 20 people in line, she's not getting her sub. That's just how that works.
Then you get a rotisserie chicken.
Throw it at Throw it at her. I said, she's on the couch, and I go, what? I'll go to Market Basket and get stuff for the Market Basket. I go to Stop and Shop is my spot, but for the boat, Market Basket, because you can really get everything at Market Basket.
Yeah.
The sushi is my go-to for the boat.
I love the sushi there.
It's not elite, but it's perfect for the boat. The sub puts me to sleep, and the bags of ice, a 5-pound bag of ice is $1.29.
Yeah.
So I don't like to hammer Tim and Kathy's ice machine. Like I get one little thing there, but I don't want to abuse the privilege of that.
Yeah.
So I was like, get a couple little bags from Market Basket. Anyway, I digress.
Well, you're on the inner circle if they let you take any of the ice, because it's not everybody's ice. So when he says,
well, now that it's public,
ice machine's broken, folks.
Ice machine's broken. Much like the Dairy Queen machine at McDonald's, always broken. And we found out that they're not always broken, but that the lady, so it takes a while they have the cleaning process. They have to clean them every night.
Yeah.
So a lot of times, if they don't think they can have a big ice cream day, they don't even start the process.
Oh, interesting.
Or they don't, or they shut it down early so that they can clean it and be done for the day.
Yeah.
So it's a big lie. McDonald's huge lie that they said, "Oh, the machine is broken." Not
The
broken.
night crew just couldn't,
Just don't want to do
didn't put it together. Yeah.
It's a lot of like. So
You have to flush
bleach,
it.
you
with the
flush it. You got to
hose.
flush it through so many times.
Yeah.
Oh, you've done it?
Well, I've done soft serve machines.
You have?
Yeah, I spent a lot of years working in ice cream.
You did?
Yeah,
Like fucking Abe Froman, the sausage king of
like high school and college. That's actually
Abe Froman, the sausage king of Chicago. Crystal Gakanakopolis.
that's how I actually met Rob Boulet. So I worked at an ice cream stand in Chelmsford, and then my friend bought another one in Tingsboro. So I used to manage this ice cream shop in Tingsboro. And one day Bobby Sullivan said, my friend Rob is coming. He's thinking about buying a place at White Farms. So Bobby and I worked with Rob and trained him on ice cream and was showing him like what it was like to work in ice cream. And then he bought White Farms.
Never knew that.
I know.
Unbelievable.
I thought I was going to be the next Ben and Jerry.
I always
And then
just
I realized I hate
pictured
dealing
you
with
as
customers.
an elitist, marketing person that you went from, spending your youth at like the tennis club or the yacht club, and then you just went to college for marketing and became this elite marketer.
No.
No, that wasn't how you grew up.
No.
You were working and you
I
were
was
cleaning
working.
ice cream machines. as a kid.
Listen, he's from Lowell.
I came up from the streets. He's from the
My
streets.
first job ever. I think we had this on our list of things to talk about one time, but my first job ever was at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh my God, you need to talk to my husband. He worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken.
So I worked at Kentucky Fried Chicken in Lowell.
Mike might have been.
So
Mike, if you're listening, which Kentucky Fried Chicken did you work at?
Because there's a chance that he could have been at the same one.
Yeah.
in Lowell,
Yeah.
Whoa, he grew up in
Lowell.
Westwood. He grew up in
he
Westwood.
trust me, he wasn't. He was not there. So I started Kentucky Fried
I
Chicken.
beg
I
to
was like,
differ.
I was
I
probably
don't
like
know.
15 and a half, 16 years old. They're like, okay, well, here's what you can do. You can work the front a little. You can't really, we can't have you near the fryer-lators. There's all these things you can't do until you're like 18. So
Let me
I
know
worked
if
there
Mike
for about
comments.
2 weeks. And suddenly it was like, we're going to have you cook now. Do you mind managing? I was like 15 and a half.
Oh, yeah.
But that was the quality of individuals that
Yeah.
I was working with, that they
Yeah.
wanted the 15-year-old to run the place.
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried Chicken and Dairy.
It was the most disgusting job I've ever had in my life. I mean, it was, of course, you're 15 years old. Your skin's all messy already.
Oh, wait, did he comment?
around
Hold on a second.
Not
Fred
yet.
Gallant.
Yes,
owned
that
it.
was the
Middlesex
one.
Street.
That was the one I worked at.
Mike,
That's
wait,
crazy.
Mike, is that the one you worked at? Oh my God.
Greg
this is-
Gallant. And they owned one up in
Life
up in
comes
New
in-
Hampshire too.
Life comes in full circles.
That's wild.
That's right. That's right. That's the same one I worked at.
That's amazing.
But I mean, I was only there maybe 2 months, but I mean, my acne got so bad from all the oil, grease in the
Yeah.
air. And then there was this one guy that, like, at the end of the night would close down, and I remember all this drama, like, oh, he got robbed taking the money out to the bank. He got beat up by the dumpster, and then it turned out he had his friends beat him up, and they took the bag home, and the whole thing was
Inside
scary.
job.
It was.
Mike said Bridge Street owner as well. Yeah.
He owned one up in New Hampshire on the way up to Vermont. It was really weird because they had like 2 in Lowell and then one that was like 2 hours away.
Oh, wow.
It was a very strange.
Right.
Well, I now know 2 people in the Kentucky Fried Chicken. Maybe we're going to get closer to knowing the secret.
Oh no, Mike.
No, so the secret
Yeah, the
is
secret. No,
here's
Well.
another great story. This was again 30 years
we're
ago.
digressing.
They're teaching me, like, one of the guys is like, I'm going to show you how to make the chicken. So they have these drums that you take the chicken out, you put them in this drum, and then they have these unmarked packets of the secret recipe, and you put the recipe in, you'd seal up the drum, you'd screw it closed, and it would spin for like 30 to 60 minutes to get all. So he's showing me how to do it. We close the drum up, turn it on, the chicken starts flying everywhere. Like the thing wasn't sealed up. There's chicken flying all over the
Secret
kitchen.
recipe.
Yeah. Secret recipes in our hair.
Recipe. Yeah.
That is crazy. Kentucky Fried Chicken,
This one, yeah,
Is-
it was- yeah.
you know what? Back in my 30s, like getting out of work late and you're running to get somewhere, that was such an easy go-to. Like to just grab like a bucket, little side of the mashed potatoes with the gravy and the coleslaw.
God.
The
Think of all the freaking.
secret to that coleslaw was sugar, wasn't it? That's what made it like crack. It was
Oh
Probably,
yeah,
yeah,
there's
it's
definitely
pretty sweet,
some sweetness
yeah.
in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Oh
was
wait, what did I say? I was running the.
Electric floor buffer and hot water and got electrocuted. The people in the lobby were horrified. Oh Jesus! Yikes!
I have so many good Kentucky. I was there
Oh.
such a short period of time. I have so many good
Jimmy,
stories.
All right.
I have
Well,
Jimmy, I
Chris
have
and
a
Mike, you
thing
need to
in a
connect on your
paper bag.
Kentucky
It's a
Fried
mug
Chicken
for a
experiences.
podcast.
That's hysterical.
So I have a podcast prize from that came from, I believe, Wayne, the sexy famous mailman, and he brought it by. It's actually a really, really heavy, good quality pickleball dad mug, but
That's awesome.
it's really it's a
Can you see
really it's a really nice.
That's a nice mug.
That's a really nice mug. I'm not like a huge like.
Mug guy.
I wouldn't mention a mug in like
Very
in
nice.
these terms unless it was like had good heft and everything else. So there's a podcast prize. You share the podcast and type shared. You'll be entered to win this pickleball dad. And I'm telling you, it's got kind of like a matte finish
Yeah, it
over
does.
here.
A
And
silicone feeling.
Yeah.
Kind of.
If you have a marker, you can probably color out the pickleball. It'll just be a nice dad mug.
Yeah, but it's got the rackets on it.
you'd have there'd be probably a little more work. Good quality mug.
Good quality mug.
Share it and type share. So there, you got that going for you. Put that back there
All right.
till later.
I'm gonna have to bring a prize.
You got to bring a prize down.
Yeah.
My house. I'll have to sneak something out
Oh.
of the house. My husband.
We'd be happy
So-
with bagels.
Oh no, fucking!
I know. If I
to-
wasn't,
I fucked up. I wanted those bagels so bad.
From where?
I've heard the 20 where the place where they have the
Meat
the
Sweets.
barbecue meat and sweet foods 23
Oh,
East Main
I
Street.
passed that on my way.
I asked someone
The other
to
day,
text you.
somebody like they seem like they're doing more stuff in there. I know it's
Mhm.
Yeah.
it's
Mhm.
probably not all Doug.
They get the Louisiana guy.
There was the like fried chicken in there one day.
Oh,
I
yeah.
drove by and it said fried chicken. And went, sounds pretty damn good. Guess this is fried chicken day.
Yeah.
Chicken dinner.
But it's not him. It's a different.
Yeah,
like,
I think
it's
he
different
like
guys.
he
Yeah.
does like little pop ups.
So I know people may or may not be tired of me talking about the Harbor 9 burger, but I brought Madeline to Harbor 9 and Kate the other day, and so they have two different burgers. I just want people to be aware of this. And Peter Rollins, I'm dying. Peter Rollins usually is following around my burger suggestions, and I hear from him like, because I respect his opinions. He's an eater and he eats out quite a bit. So this is the Teddy Burger. The Teddy Smash Burger at Harbor
Ooh,
9.
Looks nice. What kind of bread is that?
It's a brioche bun, and they cut out the middle and grill it on buttered, but the special sauce, the Teddy sauce. So when you go there and get this $5 burger, it's not available today. I know it's a little late to the party, but it's Wednesday through Saturday until 8 p.m.
Mark your calendar.
It is Madeline absolutely loved it. And then for dessert, we got this skillet cookie, cooked in a skillet and all cookie on the bottom with ice cream and all this. Just there was three of us that shared it, and we didn't even get through half of it.
Wow.
That's
That
how
looks
hard-
good.
That
That looks
looks
really
even
good.
better.
That's the skillet cookie.
Oh, can I just say that speaking of Stop and Shop,
Yeah.
I happened to be in there yesterday getting a few. I needed trash bags, of course. What else is new? And I was cruising the end caps and getting stuff from the sale, but Haagen-Dazs is half price,
Oh,
$3.50
for
For the-
the big one,
for the
pint. Fine.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe-
$3.50, but I
it's
mean,
a
you
pint.
go to you go somewhere for an ice cream, and it's $7 for.
Dude, if you go,
Anyway,
if you go,
So
to,
Haagen-Dazs on
if-
sale.
if you go to any ice cream places,
Oh,
It's expensive.
it's wild how much the ice cream
Can I
costs.
give you guys an ice cream recommendation?
Oh,
It
we're
will
back to
change.
ice
It's going to
cream.
change your lives. So if you go to Whole Foods, there's an ice cream brand called Van Leeuwen's.
yes.
It's like based in New York City, and they have a flavor. It's called honeycomb, and it doesn't actually have honeycomb in it. It's more like a caramel. Like it's unbelievable. Like I can't. I love ice cream. This is like next level.
At
It's
Whole Foods?
At Whole Foods, Van Leeuwen's. All of their flavors are
Well,
amazing.
now it's going to be sold out since you let out the secret.
One of a podcast. It's really
Oh, we
strange
should-
that you
It's
say
like the
that. but
pickle dip.
A podcast that I listen to the Tony Kornheiser show. They were like 2 episodes ago. They were talking about this brand.
Really?
Yes,
It's so good.
and he was talking, and he's a big ice cream freak, and he was saying how this ice cream is elite.
Yeah, it really is. It's remarkable because I mean, we've all eaten a lot of ice cream. Sometimes you're like, wow, this is really good. Like this is like not
Next
ice
level.
cream; it's next level.
You know, Joey, I just got to say, we're over here at the Stage 4 Park, the visitor center, and we're sitting here doing our podcast and looking out, and I'm watching all the families come in for their Sunday fun day here, and I'm looking at these different style of baskets and carts, and how they're bringing everything from grills to kids to the food to everything else, and I'm just thinking back when my family went out and everything. I can hear my father and okay, you're in charge of that, you're in charge of that. And we had to carry everything. And
No wheels.
Jamie's
one
picking
of
up
us left
bagels. Who wants a bagel?
Oh, she's coming here.
Well, she's going. I don't think. She's going to take the dogs. She's getting the bagels, but I'll make sure we get them to you. So a couple bagels. Everybody want a couple?
Well, we will. So Kate and I will be at the marina. So
Okay.
we'll be able to get them.
I'm just saying.
Oh, can you get one for Kate?
Sorry,
I'll give you the money.
I just told her to get a dozen.
Okay, that's gonna cost her a lot of money. But just get what you need. Okay, so I'm looking for the graphic for the bartender graphic, but I don't see it. The visitor center, True
It's a
Hell. Where is
cicada.
the visitor center?
I might have taken it out because we talked about it last week.
Oh, okay. I just saw it on the
What's that?
mixologist, the one with Tom. No, because I just posted that like Monday or Tuesday. That the graphic with the guy with the
Yeah, but
sharpshooter.
weren't we somewhere midweek and we talked about it?
Maybe. Okay.
I'm sorry. I think
That's
I took
fine.
it out of there because I
That's
thought we talked about it.
No problem. No problem at all. This is Nicole's topic. We're going to talk about it today because I want to hear people's take on it. Does anyone use Instacart? Do you use Instacart?
I do not.
Have you? Has anyone here used
I've
it?
not used it.
I've not
Any-
used it yet.
any
but
of our-
I'm very tempted.
I've
now.
used it to send things to other people. I've never
Yeah.
used it myself.
Oh,
though.
really?
Yeah.
That's interesting use too. I have to explore this whole Instacart world. As a value guy, I feel like it's definitely not a value play,
No.
but I feel like it does have a place in people's lives. So Instacart is a thing that pretty much will pick up and deliver food from.
It'll pick
Just
up
about-
anything. It'll
just
get
about
Tylenol at CVS.
It will. Okay. So was it not Jamie? It was Jamie's sister, Sarah Stewart.
Okay.
Was in a group chat with us and was talking about how she used it to go for a Costco run, and the total cost was $16, and like
Oh. I see.
here it is, yeah.
Delivery fee.
So it was like that. Well, that between the delivery fee, service fee, priority fee, I think if you add that up, it's $16, but it was like for $184, $170 worth of groceries and potential, like whatever you need.
Yeah.
I thought that in the summertime in Gloucester, if you are working your ass off and like the little time that you have off, you don't feel like going to Costco.
Mhm.
If they will deliver it to you for $16, I feel like anyone in our group, their time is worth way more than that $16 fee,
Yep. Especially to Costco.
especially the cost.
So
Well,
just
part
have
of-
something to add. I researched this. The prices are higher.
Yeah, I figured that too.
So, like the big pack of toilet paper is $19.99 in the store. I think it's like $21.99 when you're doing so you have to just factor that you're probably paying 10 to 15% more for the product
Yes.
on top of all these delivery fees.
That's
So I'm just saying for those
Value,
folks out there.
Yeah, no, I
Mhm.
I assumed that as well.
Yes. Yeah. So
I-
it's not.
It's not just the $16 delivery fee.
No, it's the price.
It ends up being like $35 probably on $180.
Yeah,
At
which
the-
It's a time savings.
And
It's-
again, at the same time,
yeah, it's your
in
gas.
the
It's your
in the
time.
summer,
Yeah.
if you're not like don't have a like if you're
Right.
retired like Pat and Jimmy, take the fucking ride.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, but then you have to deal with the parking lot.
Oh, that
It's
parking lot.
really no fun.
That's like the
I would pay $35 not to have to deal with that parking
Yeah.
lot.
Really?
Yeah.
They so and the other thing is meat. I can't have someone else picking out my meat. But
Yeah.
Ralph says, and Nick Novello, big meat
Swear by
guys,
it.
swear that their
So
meat
good.
department is unbelievable.
It is unbelievable, and their
Very
seafood's
good.
really good too.
Seafood's good. I get honestly,
It
I
really
get
is.
the frozen scallops, and it's $20 a pound. I know, don't say that. Yeah, sorry.
No, I mean obviously your first choice is always going to be to get local
Yes.
seafood.
But just to have in my freezer in case in a pinch. So it takes me probably 2 months to get through the bag. But if I'm in a pinch and I miss the local store, I have them in my freezer and they defrost quickly.
Like if you're having a bunch of deadbeats over for dinner that you don't want to treat to local seafood, then you get them like salmon from
Right.
Costco or something.
I don't get salmon at Costco. Never.
The good thing about Instacart though, like this is what I've used it for, is like when you always have a friend who's like sick or kids are away at college and they're not feeling well. It's a great way to say, oh, I'm going to send you some food because you can't leave the house. Like it's a good way to help people that are sick. They've had surgery. They've like whatever. You can have meals delivered to them. It's a great way to help people out.
Yeah.
So this is interesting right here. Jeanette Cusick Parisi says, Instacart DoorDash prices are outrageous. Much better to use Yell for Janelle Errand Services.
Yeah.
She's a local woman.
Oh, that's a great idea.
Have you heard of this woman?
Yes. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yell
So
for
she'll
Janelle.
Yell
go
for
to
Janelle.
Costco.
So we need to have her on the
Let's get her on the
So
podcast.
Jeanette, if you probably, I'm guessing that you know who this person is. If you could reach out to her and see if she wants to come on the podcast next Sunday, we'd love to have her on, talk about like exactly how that works.
Unless she's running errands.
Unless she's running errands. And Chuck Shoebridge says his daughter Megan delivers for Instacart for a side job. He says you can pick out what store you get it from. Janelle Dombrowski.
It's a great idea. That's a great local business.
That's so cool. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd like to hear I want to talk to her because I want to.
It's not brand new. It's been
Yell for Janelle is not brand new.
No,
not brand new.
no.
I want to.
I've heard of
know,
it.
Maybe 3 or 4 years.
I want to know
or
what the
so.
fees are. I want to present the information to our viewership, along with being selfishly wanted to know it for myself. So there's that. Safathi, let's do a little rundown because I haven't done a rundown. Jeanette Cusick Parisi is with us. Safathi is with us. Mike Rogers, Drew Hale. Donna should have had Instacart do her kitchen. It would have been done already. He said.
That's true.
That's true. Camille Shimataro ordering flowers from the grocery store and delivering them is so much cheaper than the florist, and it's the same bouquet. Worth it. Wow.
Oh, that's a nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, but then interesting.
Interesting. Oh, that we have a visual on the bagels. Give it to Jimmy and I'll put it up to the thing.
Where's these from again?
The meat and sweet.
Oh, that's it.
It's a company that operates out salty bagels or something like
Jamie came through.
that. Jamie is coming.
You can still use your coupons.
Wow. Look at that. That is
At BJ's
that is
and
a
Costco.
high quality everything.
Safathi says $16 is cheaper than gas to get there. Good point. Ralph says, I have used it. I ordered water by the case and it was at my house within 1 hour and 25 minutes. That's interesting. Mike says it's super convenient. He has when he's traveling. That's interesting.
Mhm.
Joanne Wood said Jimmy got cut off for this story. I don't know what story was that.
No,
he's good. Ed Collard is with us.
Thank you, Joanne.
Barbara Murch, Steve Conti, Annie Rochon, Anna Raymond, Joanne Wood. Oh, by the way, Annie Rochon, your visor that you ordered is at the shop.
11 to 3 today.
11 to 3 today. Pat McNally's with us. Chuck Shoebridge, Mike Rogers, Kathy Peruzzi, Phil Scannell, Ed Spears, Mike Bertolino,
Joe, where's
Carol
this?
Lupian,
The State
Paul
Sports
Gamber. Let's see who else. Peter Tarantino, Kathy Barlow, Caitlin, my beautiful wife, and I think that's the end of the list. All right, what'd you say, Jimmy?
I just said Stage 4 show. People, it's right here. Where is it?
Yeah, so
take
where
you
does
to?
that Where does it go?
It does a loop. There's a map inside. It's free on the week. It's free. I'm sorry. It's not free, but it's available on the weekends and holidays during the summer.
And where's it to from?
Well,
It does a loop.
It loops around. It makes like 10 or 15 stops.
And there's also, Jimmy and I did this. We were at the YMCA, heard about it, said, we are going to do this live. We live streamed, downloading the app.
That's the on-demand, which is a little different than the
But
shuttle.
that's a
different.
completely different thing?
Yeah.
Okay, well, the Cater on Demand, I don't know. They use the same thing. Anyway,
It's the same general idea.
all right, same general idea. If you want to get a ride anywhere pretty much in central Gloucester, East Gloucester does a loop. There's Jimmy and I downloaded the app live on the screen, and then went to the cell phone. They show you. They have just like Uber. It shows you where the vehicle, the thing is that's going to pick you up. Gives you the time to count down to when it's going to be there. It doesn't have to be at a bus stop. They'll pick you up at like where you are, as long as it's along the route, and the route is it's pretty much walkable from anywhere in town, and it'll bring you anywhere. It's an unbelievable service. $2. There you go. So there's that. Well, we're coming down to the end of the show right now. We're gonna have what happened? Are you gonna come on?
I think you should knock on the window.
Can you?
Well, we
bring
told
the
you
shuttle schedule
9:45.
with you?
Yeah, bring the
Oh, that was scheduled. All right, hold on.
I'm gonna pull that chair around.
No, take mine.
Oh, she's gonna go over there.
How
Okay.
about I can?
No.
Sydney Rich says $2 Uber.
$2 for an Uber.
$2 Uber.
Hi.
Jen, how you doing, honey?
What's up?
Well, first of all, we want to point out your awesome sweater. We love your sweater.
I know. Look at. I think they're super.
Well, I make these.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make cool ones.
Available exclusively at 44 Main Street.
Not next year.
Oh, next year.
Oh.
This one's a,
This
this
is a
is
preview.
This is the prototype.
Oh,
I
love
like to order them to make sure that they're good quality before I put in the batch of whatever it's going to be.
Cool.
Yeah. So how long you been? You moved to Gloucester. Kate sold your house.
I sold my house in Wakefield. Yep.
And then you're renting.
We are.
An awesome spot.
Awesome spot.
And so, do you have any regrets about moving to Gloucester?
No. None.
Very simple.
None.
None.
None. We wanted to do it for several years, so we're happy to be here. Yeah.
So what are your favorite parts about living in a community like Gloucester compared to where you lived before?
I grew up in Wakefield my whole life, and I never volunteered for anything. And I volunteered for I don't know. It's just I work here on Sundays, and I don't know. I just love it. It's friendly. I just love
A lot
it.
going on,
There's
right?
a lot going on. I feel like we're living on vacation. Like 1 week we went to Culture Splash on Thursday night, and then we went to the block party on Saturday night, and then we went and listened to a band on Sunday, and and all the bands are free. You come here on Sunday nights, or you go to Harbor Loop on Thursday nights, and it's just it's awesome.
As we refer to it, it's an embarrassment of cultural riches.
Yeah.
We especially this time of year, you have the list of what's happening, and you actually have to like yesterday. It was a gorgeous day. I just found out yesterday that there was the blues festival. I didn't even know that the blues festival was going on. It was literally like 10 different things you had to pick from.
Yep.
Because again, we have an embarrassment of cultural riches. Your husband says all the time to me, Mike says, what would like on a gorgeous day like today, what would we be doing if we were still living in Middleton? Mike says. Right?
We'd be cleaning our pool. That's all we did.
Cleaning your pool.
I was surrounded by pine trees. Could you imagine?
Oh, God.
If we didn't empty those buckets 3 times a day, our pool would turn into a swamp.
Oy. And now you have the ocean.
Actually, I was in Middleton last night, and it was nice to be there, but I was glad to leave. Sorry.
Do you know who the bus driver is?
I didn't see.
I feel like she knows who we were because she was like very enthusiastic.
Very aggressive lady.
Maybe she's
Very
listening.
aggressive.
Oh, someone's playing
I wonder
at
if
Stage 4 Park tonight.
Forever Fab.
The Forever
that
Fab, yeah, the
Beatles,
Beatles band is here
tribute.
tonight.
Yeah.
And
That's
Fun
gonna be a
Bucket
big
is
crowd.
right here.
Fun Bucket
Yeah,
is
the
at the
bandstand.
Blue Collar today.
So there's another
wow.
example, right?
Right.
sick.
Like
Every Sunday they have a
Sunday
band here.
night, yeah.
every
Yeah, every
Sunday.
Sunday.
And
your
what-
husband saying hello.
Hi, husband.
your betrothed. Peter, have you got to Harbor 9 for the Teddy Burger? I need to know, Peter.
No, we haven't been to Harbor 9.
All right.
He's not a golfer, but I know
You don't-
Doesn't
have to
matter.
golf. I know you don't have to golf, but yeah, we
You
haven't.
know what's great is
we
if,
haven't thought about that yet. We have to get there.
They've
you
completely
can just
rebranded.
hop over to Home Goods if you want like a 20-minute step aside.
Respite.
It's a
Or
sports
Marshall's.
So I'm there. We'll have to try
bar.
it.
Sports
yeah.
bar with golf.
It is cool. It is a really cool bar. Like it's great for watching.
Yeah, there's a couple places in town we haven't made it to yet that we still. And that's part of the fun.
No, I
We're trying
know.
all these
When
new
did you
places.
move here?
A year ago.
Okay.
So did we.
Yeah.
So did we. A
Has
year
it been-
ago.
That's all it's been.
Well,
I feel like you've been
officially
here
a year ago.
for like decades.
Me too. a
Well,
year
we've
ago.
owned the house for it'll be 3 years in the fall, but yeah, we officially moved here last June.
I worked here like 30 years ago.
Oh my
I worked
God.
for a couple different dentists, and
Ah.
I had loved it. But when we looked for our house at the time, it was just better to live in Wakefield. My parents were still alive and everything. So, but I regret not buying here back then.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Barbara
It's all good.
Barbara Murch says she's going to Fun Bucket today at Blue Collar.
Yes, Fun Bucket 3 to 6.
That's tough to beat. I mean, if you're a boater, you're on a boat today. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, we only got a couple more weekends.
Yeah.
But yeah, so there's that. I'm eager to hear Peter's review on the $5. So Peter, I want you to review this two different ways for me. All right. I want you to review this the Teddy, not the regular burger there, the Teddy Smash Burger there.
Teddy Smash.
I want you to review it as a $5 burger. And then I want you to review it if you take the money out of the equation just as a standalone burger stacked up against all the other burgers in town. All right? If
I
you
think
can,
we're going to be doing like a smash burger tour of Gloucester. for him.
Ooh,
Yeah.
well
Yeah.
documented, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
We'll
that's a
have to
great
do that,
idea. Yeah. Phil Scannell says John Jerome will be playing at Mile Marker today at 5:00.
Speaking of mile marker, they have a new smash burger. Did
Did-
Wheels tell you? So Michael Ancevic was telling me that they've changed the smash burger.
Ooh.
Okay.
I know you have your feelings. The
It's not a smash.
the king of the North Shore smash burger. It has cheese curds on it.
Ooh.
Well, I
that's
had a,
interesting.
so the whole thing that touched off my psychosis about smash burgers
Yeah.
in town
Yeah.
was a conversation. Jimmy Pat, I think, were you with us too?
Yeah, I think so.
So it's Jimmy, Pat, and I. We love going to Mile Marker. It's to the back room in the middle of the winter. It's very quiet there. The food is Wheels' food is fantastic, and the service there is always great. Wheels and I got into not a heated exchange because I just knew there was no use in trying to like explain anything to Wheels about like my take on. He said to me that you should never smash a burger that his super elite person that trained him how to cook, a 5-star guy that trained told him specifically you should never smash a burger. The smash burger should be off the table.
You take the
Ridiculous.
juice out
It's
of
just
it.
ridiculous because his theory is, and I tried to I was gonna say, well, there's no right or wrong. A regular burger can be phenomenal, and a smash burger can be
They're
phenomenal.
Two separate things.
Two separate things. The smash burger, the idea is you do 2 patties and you get that Maillard reaction. You get a lot more flavor when the meat. How you doing?
This is my friend
Look,
Pat.
Come on
Hi,
up.
Pat. Come on up. But you get a.
Now
it's
that
just-
I live up here, she comes here all the time. It's great.
It's just a lot. It's just a different style, and Wheels wanted to not hear about it, and I didn't feel like getting in an argument with him about it because he is a tremendous chef. There you go. Oh, wow.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm Pat.
You're Pat.
I'm
There's
Pat.
Pat's-
Pat's and Pat's
Yeah,
fun.
Pat.
You're Pat.
There's a lot of Pats here. There you go. So Jeanette Cusick Parisi says Harbor 9 Golf, Teddy Spiegel Jr., David Matthew Huddleston, best bang for your buck $5 burger.
We'll ask Pat what her favorite thing is at Oak to Ember.
Oh, the smash burger?
That's what we're talking about.
Ah.
It's pretty
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Smash burger.
It's pretty awesome.
I was upset when they didn't have it at dinner time.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
A
we
lot
had
of people
lunch
get
item.
freaked out.
Yep.
But their regular burger that is not available at dinner is still
Yeah,
It's still
John
good. Yeah,
said,
it's
yeah.
still a really great
it's
burger.
still
Yeah. I think I went 13 weeks straight on every Friday getting that smash burger on Friday afternoon.
That's awesome.
It was so- I
13
mean,
weeks.
that's
That's a record.
That's a lot.
gotta be a
Oh,
record.
and by the way, I have to say this, in case, I don't know if Neil is watching or not. I was out for dinner with a group of guys. What night was that, Jimmy? What night were we at? Well, and you guys came, and TJ's friends came.
Yeah, Friday?
Was it Friday, Thursday night?
The podcast for the St. Peter's.
Yes, I think it was Friday.
Friday.
Yeah.
I want them to know that I was not the person that put the sticker on the bathroom door. That was not me.
Oh,
Oh,
Just it needs to be said, because the obvious person that they would have thought put it there would have been me, and I never would have done that. I'm just saying it was not
do
me.
you think you were being framed?
No, I just think that the person that did this was, what was the word that I used earlier? Libated?
Libated, yeah, libated. They were libated.
Extremely libated, and was in a frame to do something that was maybe not the right thing to do.
Does the
But
person's-
it was not me.
does the
Don't
name,
say-
does the
don't-
name
don't-
rhyme
don't-
with
don't-
Bimmy?
don't.
Bimmy?
No, Jimmy would never do that. Jimmy and Pat would never do that. No.
I used to like you.
It wouldn't be a day if I
No.
didn't hear that from
But
you.
someone placed a sticker that I actually produced on a bathroom door there, and I was,
You got in some trouble.
I didn't get into trouble because I meant to reach out to him, to Neil, the next day to get ahead of it and say, I just want you to know that wasn't me that did that, and I didn't do it. But
So this is
Pat, I have a new
global
merch
apology.
idea for you. You should print
I'm
Good Morning
apologizing
Gloucester
for someone
stickers
else, not
on the
me.
bottom.
Yes.
It should say for a good time call and put Joey's phone number on it.
it was, it was pretty
Nobody
scary.
commented on his hat yet.
No, I
No, you
love
can't-
the hat.
You can't read it. We have the graphic actually. I think we put it up before. My
One last thing on the smash burger. Well, not even about the smash burger, but I have to say one of my biggest pleasant surprises of the summer, because we go to mile marker a lot in the winter for brunch and lunch and things like that. But in the summers, I just haven't been going the last couple of years. I started going again maybe 2 weeks ago. It's fun there again.
Yeah.
Like being at the bar there is like I've loved it every time I've gone. So mile marker is back at just the right speed, I think.
It's great. Yeah, we had a couple of drinks there before we went out on the boat yesterday. It was it's great.
Yeah.
It's great. The vibe there is great. The music's great. They got televisions now. You can watch a game. I was watching the women's soccer yesterday. So there's that. All right, I think we're good. We're gonna give people one more minute to share the podcast and type shared to win this. Fill that mug and give me your impressions on the quality of that mug.
Oh, that's a nice one.
Rate that.
And if you drop it, it won't break because it has that
Oh,
coating.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I like it.
So on a 1 to 10, how do you rate that mug?
10.
10. All right, there you go. You heard it from our guest Pat. So if you share the podcast and type shared, you'll be entered to win this. So Peter Rollins, you're with us. I just want to confirm you heard how I wanted you to give the two different reviews on the Harbor 9 Teddy Burger. One based knowing that it's $5, and one if you took the price out of the equation, and how it stacks up to other burgers in town. Okay, Pat, how many shares do we have?
There are 17.
wow.
Good day.
Yeah,
Good.
yeah,
Nice.
good day today.
Yep. You know what? Safathia makes a good point. You could use this as a soup mug.
Yeah, it could be a good soup mug.
It
Yeah,
really
I like that.
is nice, flat.
Yeah.
This is the kind of mug that is
Oatmeal mug. You could
it's
use
not
that
going
for
to tip.
ramen. Yeah, that's a good mug.
Pencil holder.
You know,
It's like I'm in so many things we can use it for.
are you guys ramen people?
I love ramen.
Where do you go for ramen around here?
I don't.
Yeah,
I mean, they over the winter, the hotel was having ramen. I think it was ramen Wednesdays, and I think they had two different types of ramen on Wednesdays. I'm sure they're not in the summer, but
Manglewood has good mug.
oh, they have good ramen there.
Let's try.
Cali Basil. Have you ever gone to that place, Cali Basil?
My daughters loved it.
Where's
It's
that?
good.
We were in it.
It's on Dodge Street in Beverly, next to Chipotle. They do a good job.
All right, 1 to 17. I got to put it in our handy dandy random number generator. I'm gonna find it first. There we go. They changed the UI on this, so it's a little more challenging.
Did you guys already talk about
But what?
Never mind.
What?
No,
Donna, what?
no, we're
Come on, Donna.
using AI. Did you already talk about that
No.
today?
I didn't. We'll save it for another
Next week. Okay.
Yeah, because
I heard you talking about Instacart though. You can get wine from Costco on Instacart.
Oh,
Really?
Just so you know.
Another
They'll deliver alcohol.
great thing. Like Costco has a great wine
Yeah,
selection.
you do.
I mean, in the summer, I could think of a lot better things. Like if I get one day off a week or something, I could think of a lot better things to do than.
Yesterday, I was out and about doing some errands. My family went up to New Hampshire, and Mike's like, "You stopping at Costco?" And I said, "On a Saturday?
No
Fuck
way.
No."
That's a Wednesday morning kind of thing.
I mean, never.
But she comes in with some. I love when she comes
You don't.
coming in hot.
You don't go to Costco on a Saturday.
A lot of F-bombs out of Donna today. Very foul language.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
This is the sexism on this because I say
I
the
love
F
it.
word
Hey,
and I get called
I love
out.
it. I love
You
it.
talk about penises and
I
everything else
Donna,
and F
he loves
bombs.
penises.
I'm saying I love that you speak your mind and that you're not no filter. I love that. That makes it interesting. Why we don't want we're not censoring you at all. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3.
At all. Not at all.
There we go. Number
Number
2.
2, Barbara Murch.
Barbara Murch. You have 1 week to pick it up, but before
Or I'm gonna take it.
before next week's podcast. If you don't pick it up before then it goes back into the
back
prize
in.
package.
I'm bringing a prize next week. I'm gonna look around my house.
It'll be at the store,
Bring
11 to 3 today, and then we'll be open again on Thursday.
11
Thursday, Friday,
and then
Saturday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Okay. So there you go. And if you won't, okay, there you go. You got that's the instructions. We're not going to try to complicate this. Thank you so much for joining us. Get to the beach, get to the boats, get your food, order your Instacarts, or wait, yell by Janelle, and we're going to have Janelle Dombrowski. Have you heard of this service?
No.
There's a local woman. Yell for Janelle, and she'll do your errands.
Oh, that's a cool thing.
So
I think I've seen vehicles with that
I have.
on there, and that like several years ago. I think it's
So we need to. So these are some things just that so everybody can remember, so we can bring it up next time. Yell for Janelle. I want to get on. I want to get the clam lady, the real deal clam lady,
Oh yeah.
because Mike turned me on to
Oh, I
those.
met her at the laundromat one night.
Yeah. We want to have her come on with her stuffies because I've become so we had stuffies at the Anchor and yesterday, and her stuffies are better than those ones, I believe. Then Robert and Annette Spanks keeping track of the F-bombs. Only 5 F-bombs today.
Does that include Donna's?
I don't
That's a
know.
big question.
she's got a Facebook page, Yell for Janelle. So
Yeah, but I want to have her on.
yeah,
so she
her
could explain
email is
everything.
on this Facebook page.
Oh, cool. So does she give her pricing?
I haven't seen it. Probably not. Probably not.
All
Probably
right.
depends on
Depends
what
on
you
what
want
you're
to do.
doing. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
She said it's August, back to school, college. Yell for Janelle for all your shopping school needs. Let me shop while you enjoy the last days of summer.
I love it. All right. She says, Joey, you know Janelle. Her husband does international stories and won. Oh, okay. Janelle Dombrowski. So, yeah, that's Eric Dombrowski's wife then.
Right, okay.
Well, I had a suspicion it was, but I wasn't sure, so I didn't want to say that. So there's that. All right, everybody have a great day. I'm going to let you pick our out music today. You have a choice between Annie Brobst, Annie Brobst, or our friends from Over the Bridge. Those guys,
Do
Mike
Over the
Forget
Bridge.
and Dave
Yeah.
Soup.
Go over the bridge.
Over the Bridge.
Thanks for joining us, Jen.
Yeah,
Thanks
thank
for
you.
having
And
me.
you as
And
well.
everyone, come down to the visitor center. Come say hi today. It's a beautiful day.
Uh,
I haven't been here.
How
Yeah,
gr-
if you haven't been here, like
how great is this one?
so many people come in and they live in Gloucester and they've never been here their whole life. It's crazy. So yeah, come see us.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks for joining
Great
us.
day.
With big news, 411, come get the scoop. Wake up with Joe and the rest of his crew. It's good morning, Gloucester, to you. Oh, it's good morning, Gloucester, to you. I say good morning, Gloucester, to you.